Hello, footies, and welcome back to FUT IN Review, episode 627. My name is John, and I'm together with my dear friend Ingve,
Hello.
and I'm with Chris.
Hello, my friend. It feels like it's only been a couple of days since we've seen each other and how much football has changed. Here's me laughing at Celtic fans on Wednesday, and they've got their own back last night. What a terrible performance from Rangers. I hate football.
Yeah, I don't after this week, but that's a different story. We'll talk about that in a moment, I think. We talk you through our week in foot on tonight's show. We talk about this week's promo, which is the second road to the knockout team. And of course, we'll pick another community team of the week. And it is time for another round of I Haven't Jota a Clue. And as always, our last show of the week, and we'll make 5 a week now, will always be live streaming on youtube.com/foodandreview. And well, that is every Friday night around 7 p.m. UK time. Phew, that's out of the way. So let's start, guys. So it's something we've been wanting to do for a whole long time, but I haven't got properly prepared. It is time for our new segment. It's time for
This week in Football Ultimate Team.
I know Daniel spent so much time making this intro. I had to put that somewhere. So, in this week in Ultimate Team, we want to know what was your highlight, experience, or focus point of this week. It can be a player, it can be a moment, it can be something that came out, it could be some controversy or anything else. So, Ingvi, what was your moment of this Football Ultimate Team week?
Missing evolutions. No new evolutions until today. Broken evolution still broken. So that's kind of put my plans on hold for team building because I had planned to do a few evolutions on Joe Gomez. But since it's broken, I don't want to start it if I kind of have to restart anyways afterwards. So yeah, it kind of put the brakes on for me.
Tell the people exactly what happens with these Evos, because I've been saying it yesterday's show as well. Like, there are no Evos coming out. Well, there's one today, but there are no Evos coming out because they broke it. But
Yeah, there
it's
was-
awfully silent about it online.
Yeah, it's nothing official from EA yet, but the Power Surge evolution, at least that one was broken. I don't know if there's been any stats not giving out as they're supposed to be on the other ones, but at least the Power Surge one breaks things if you chain it with another one or more. So if you're expecting to get an 84 rated player, you're suddenly stuck with an 82 rated player. So I don't know if EA can kind of fix those stats after you finished doing the objectives to claim the evolution, or you have to kind of restart. Since they're not saying anything, I don't know. So I don't guess nobody knows. That's a little bit frustrating when we don't know what's really going on. Pretty much everyone that plays the game knows that there's something wrong with the evolutions. So it's all over socials as well. So, but not from EA.
But the strangest thing is, I did Joe Gomez thinking it was the Sprint Plus one. And it wasn't. It was probably the other one that was broken. So he actually changes to an 84 on the screen. That's the funny thing about it. He actually changes to 84, and then when you go back in the squad, he's an 82. It's like, come on. And how are they going to fix that, Ingvi? Because let's be honest, it takes ages to fix anything. So by the time that they fix this, the 84 evolutions, my Joe Gomez might not even be in my team at that point. It needs fixed really quick. It's really, really poor. This isn't at the start of the game.
Yeah, I think they need to fix something soon. Either they need to run some kind of job that will give the intended stats and ratings, or they will kind of have to say that, okay, this is broken. Here's the cards back and the evolution back in your team, and now you can do the fixed one instead. So, or they just say that, okay, this was the intended, what we intended, and there was a visual bug showing it 84 rated. So there's so many things that can happen.
You've been working with EA for way too long, mate.
So we'll just, when they don't say anything, people start thinking, speculating. Yeah, and the mind races in full turbo about things, so you never know.
Yeah, that's actually, that visual bug thing.
Yeah.
I got held over for speeding, and I said to the police officer, "I'm pretty sure this is just a visual bug, sir," but they didn't take it. So it works
we'll,
only in food.
we'll double the fine. That's not a visual bug. There you go.
I will say that to my wife when I get the ticket in, though.
Yeah, it's a visual bug. Just ignore it. I'll
But
pay it.
this is the annoying part about this Evo. Like 1 week ago, someone called in. He said to me, "You should do an evolution with Gomez and bring you blah blah blah." I'll explain everything. He sent me all the information that's UNV, how to do it, where to pay focus on. So that night, I made sure I ticked it all off, and then I was playing. I was like, "This card should probably be 84, shouldn't it?" I was like, "What's going on here?" So the first time in my life I actually do an Evo, it breaks. I think it might be my fault.
No, it's not your fault. It's Illuminati, I think.
Could be. Chris, what is your moment of the week in foot?
Getting to Division 5, actually. Just
Hey.
which has been a disaster since the reset. But yeah, Division 5
I'm a
for
little
me.
late with that, but hey, we got something for you.
No, and the rewards were fairly decent for me as well. Got Ollie Watkins had bought the card, so I sold that card, and the road to gold Jude Bellingham is on at the moment. I do need a strong central midfielder, I'll be honest with you.
Ah, that's a proper highlight, mate.
No, I was pleased with that, but actually now when you're in there at this stage of the game, I am struggling to get a win.
You'll get there. I know a good company that can help you.
Definitely. What about yourself, John?
No, I've been plenty. I think the show we did yesterday, or I prepared yesterday about mental preparation on Weekly League, was a proper highlight. I think our show on Wednesday, when we had a proper discussion, was a proper highlight. Especially my private DMs were proper highlights. So yeah, I thought we had a civil conversation, but my DMs weren't civil. Let's put it like this. But yeah, I think the content we made was pretty cool. And I've been trying some new formations, and I'm working on slot ball, AV. So might be next. Might be next. But that's definitely that's been fun. I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed by Rush, how that they need something in there to make it more stable. I've seen so many people just putting away the controller. They don't even have to rubber band to get through it because it doesn't disconnect you, right? I feel people are just standing still. So it's a little bit waste because my proper highlights were, I think, Tuesday night when we got the community together and people started playing Rush in the Discord server and just group up with. I was playing with Homer, for example, and with Mario's, and people jumped off, jumped in. That was proper fun. So yeah, still see so much potential and at least enjoying that mode. But what I really enjoyed was the pro clubs rush mode, where you just make your pro, you jump into pro clubs, because it helps also with like leveling up your pro, and you get those SP points in V, and it's really fun because you know what you're playing, like who you're building it towards. So that's pretty cool. I would really recommend anyone that likes the foot mode, but not necessarily for the rewards, to jump in the pro clubs mode and do the pro clubs rush mode. And that's a good thing. I don't have to say that 10 times in a row. But Invi, we got plenty of content. We only have so much time. So can you kick that off, though?
Yeah, we got some SPCs. We got the famous Team of the Week upgrade SPC that people probably remember from the end of FC24. Cost around 13k to do from scratch. So if you need an inform, then that's a good way to get one. But I'm pretty sure you can buy one for around the same price as well. So it all depends on if you want to roll the dice and hope to get a really super one. I think you can only do it once now, though. So you need to be really lucky to put something good over 82 from that, I guess. That is from Team of the Week 1 till 3. We got earlier today, before content, we got the Player of the Month from La Liga, and it was Lamine Yamal. That's pretty well known for everybody watching football now after the Euros as well. Had a great season so far with Barcelona. 86 rated card. Upgrade +2 from his inform. Cost around 205,000 coins to do. Dynamic is nice. He's happy, but I'm not so happy about it.
No,
You, if I say yay or nay, it's a nay from you, and why is that?
Yeah. Why it is? I can 70 composure, 65 stamina. It's a good start. To be honest, no upgrades on his weak foot skill moves. Nothing special with the playstyles. Expensive. You can just as well get it's a +2 from his inform. You can just as well, I think, get the inform if you wanna keep it. It's like 50k to buy the inform. It's not a big difference from that, anyways. And if you compare him to the Chiesa card, Chiesa is much better. Double 4-star as well, better stamina, everything, composure.
Playstyles.
Yeah. So and he's gonna get lots of promo cards. He probably get a future stars. He's gonna get some kind of unexpected promo card as well, and he'll get informs, team of the season, etc., etc. So for me, it's unless you're a super fan of Barcelona and the player, then I skip it, to be honest.
Chris, thoughts on it?
just surprised he's not got a Playstyle Plus. I'll be honest with you, because especially a finesse shot plus, because if you looked at him in the Euros and just recently, he seems to love that coming from the right with his left foot and curl it into the other side. So I mean, I just find that a little bit surprising that he hasn't got a Playstyle Plus. Maybe it would have been a bit more expensive if he had that. Potentially you'd do them, but no, I think at this stage of the game that's too strong a price for that card, which I don't think will stay in people's clubs too long.
I 100% agree. I'd get the inform, like Ingvi said. It's a bit of a shame. This card could be really fun to use.
They need to make those player of the month cards more special than they're doing at the moment,
or cheaper.
Or cheaper. If they made it around the same price as the inform, I'd do it. But other than that, no. There's nothing kind of says that. Oh, I would really like to try this card.
Looking at the chat, we are really making some friends talking bad about Yamal. Just saying, we're not talking bad about his real life performances, guys. It's his cards.
He's great in real life. That's why it's a shame the card is bad. So
definitely agree. Too bad. So a nay on Yamal from everyone.
I think
Yep.
I think so, John. But if you want to talk expensive, wow, what about the other objective card that's out tonight? I mean, that is crazy expensive, is it not?
Yeah, Envy, take it away, my friend. This one's all yours.
Well, do you want to talk about Nico Williams?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a UEFA Europa League road to the knockouts. Nico Williams, 86 rated. He has 4-star skill moves, has 5-star weak foot, of course, which is nice. He already has an 85 rated card that costs around 120,000 coins. And the upgrades is like a few +2 and the rest +1 pretty much. I know he can get upgrades, but still I think if he get a +2, I still don't think it's worth the current price at around 525,000 coins.
Week 3.
Yeah. Some amount of money that. I mean, let's just quickly mention who, Athletic Club, not Atletico Club as you would call them, because you upset all the Basques out there. So it's Athletic Club. They have won one game, so that was last night, and they've drawn a game. They have Slavia Prague at home very soon. Then Ludogorets Razgrad, which I think is a Russian team, which I think will be played behind closed doors. And then Elfsborg, Ingve, is that right? If I say
Sweden, yeah.
Sweden, and then 2 games in Turkey, Fenerbahce and Besiktas, which will be hard games as well for that one, and then Victor Piznan at the end. So near the end. So you'd imagine they'll get the upgrades. Ingve, certainly.
He should get the +2, but I don't think they'll be top 2 teams.
Yeah.
For the last upgrade. So I still think with an 88 rated version, I still don't think that card is worth 525,000 coins, because when the card is 88 rated, I'm pretty sure we'll have 2-3 more promos already that has better cards than this anyways, even though the playstyles are quite good, but his shooting needs quite a big buff, I think, to be honest. And he's fun, he's fast, and you can probably do the sprint boosting, but that's probably going to be adjusted soon anyway, so I don't know how effective this card will be. I've tried the non-inform, and for me he was fast, but other than that he did nothing. So if it was 250,000 coins, I would probably do the SPC, but not for 525,000 coins. No thanks.
Yeah.
Isn't this card just meant to be a crosser? Like you get past everyone and cut back. His crossing is pretty good, and also his short passing is fairly decent. If you put an engine on him, he's 99 speed.
But
maximum.
he doesn't have any passing styles. No whipped pass.
No, that's true.
So that the crossing is not going to be good, and the crossing is not as effective as it was on FC24 at the moment, at least. So if you want to use this card as a play to run and cross, you can just as well get Selma Basha and just throw her at left mid, and she'll be able to cross pretty much very much better, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Walk the ball in the goal with this one.
That's probably the only way you can score.
It's a bit of a shame because he was one of the stars of the Euros, wasn't he? I mean, he was an absolute...
Yeah, he was extremely fun to watch. So,
how many did he score on the Euros?
I think it was a couple. I mean, he was one of the star players.
2-3 goals. 2-3 goals. I think he scored, but he had a few assists as well. And
and he was
every time on the ball, everybody was kind of raising up from the seats in the stadiums because they knew something was going to happen. So it's.
But that speed with Rapid Plus, it could be a weapon, though, honestly.
To run, but if you everything else, 84 short passing, okay, that's not awful, but as I said, 80 composure as well. It's not awful either, but it's not good enough, I think. Luis Diaz, I think, well, at least Luis Diaz non-inform is better than Nico Williams non-inform card. So
and his regular card has it as well. I'm gonna agree with you guys.
Yeah,
it's just way too expensive.
No, I was very excited.
You can get Haaland for that same price.
Yeah, and I was quite excited when I heard about the leak saying that this card was coming, because that could be a really fun card, and I'll skip doing the Jota SPC because I want to do this one, and now I'm crying over not being able to do Jota anymore. So pretty annoyed. So yeah.
Well, definitely. I mean, should we just skip the objective player, Ingve? Because we don't normally do objectives, do we?
I don't know if it's good enough. We've been kind of telling off. Well, I can just do a quick. If you compare this, I like me. I like to compare the in-game stats and total stats.
Because that make total. Never mind.
Yeah, Williams, our road to the knockouts. He has total stats 441. And in-game stats 2094, and the non-inform 84 rated Luis Diaz that cost around 39,000 coins. He has total stats 446 and total in-game stats 2,107. So the Diaz card is really good. I use him at the moment. Really fun card. Better winger, better attacker than Nico Williams. Maybe not as fast, but other than that, you can't go wrong with the Luis Diaz card.
No, definitely.
Save your coins, save your packs, cards, everything.
I mean, we will talk about objectives. It's a bit unfair because the people who are live on stream will see that John has got his Feyenoord away shirt on. Is it away shirt, John, isn't it?
It is.
It's the away one, yep, not the third one. Because I'll let John take it away because he says the name better than most of us.
Santiago Gimenez, we should say, or we just say Santi. But
road to the knockouts.
Yeah. Exactly.
Slate away, Ingve. Tell us how bad this card is.
Well, the card isn't awful if you look at it, but there are some objectives. You need to do some objectives to unlock him. You need to assist 3 goals with through balls. You can do it in squad battles, minimum semi-pro or rivals. Of course, that's easy. Shame you can't do it in champs, but it is what it is. You need to score 10 goals using a player from Mexico. Easy. Score at least 2 goals per match in 4 separate matches while having at least 2 players from Eredivisie. Easy. You also get 500 SP points as well, which is nice. And then you need to win 8 matches while having minimum 2 Mexico players in your starting 11. So this is pretty much 8 matches on squad battles, and you'll have the card. And I think that's worth it. I don't know how many upgrades he's going to get, but for an 85 rated striker, the stats are quite good, actually, to be honest.
At least 1, right? He'll get 1. Might be 2.
Feyenoord can score in 4 matches, yeah, maybe.
Scored 3 on Wednesday, so I mean,
yeah. They should be able to do it if you maybe throw a hawk on him. Will boost him quite nicely, I think, with shooting, physical.
And why not the hunter?
I prefer, you know me, with the jumping strength and aggression, which is nice to have. He is 6'0".
Yeah, fair.
So he also has the power header, finesse shot, chip shot, first touch, and technical. So he could be a decent target man as well. And with 91 jumping, with a hawk, he should be able to.
I can see your enthusiasm grow the moment you start talking about it now. Like he has this. Oh, and he has this, and he has this. I can see you start smiling. And
he could do a job for me, I think.
I think I'm going to sell Haaland and put him in.
Yeah, you'll
just have to rebuild all my team. That's all. On a serious note, though, guess who was my first evolution I did this year?
Jimenez.
Yeah, perfect. 83 Jimenez on my bench, which now will be useless.
That's a little bit annoying. But you can use link him with Hanko, center back.
Yeah, but I need
Timber as well. Shurin Timber.
Yeah.
Quinton Timber. Sorry,
Quinton.
Quinton. Yeah.
But they need a bit more boost cards. But anyways, I think it's a good choice. Last year we got Weaver in the first round in this promo.
Yeah.
I think Jimenez is a better choice. It's just unfortunate he's injured in real life, but I'm glad this isn't based on individual performances. These upgrades.
If EA fixes the Power Surge evolution, you can make a very nice Quinton Timber card. If you haven't used all of them, the ones you've gotten so far. I can send to you and you can have a look because that card looks more than usable now, and you can maybe, if you want to put it up on the screen as well, because I like the look of that player. It's almost a full Gullit Gang card if you do that evolution. So
he starts off in the 79. You put him in evolution, it goes into, I think.
You can put them into 3 evolutions.
You can upgrade them all the way to 84, I guess.
Yes.
With 97 acceleration.
Yep.
That's decent.
Yeah. You can,
for a midfielder.
If you put the shadow on him, he's going to be quite...
Chris, go ahead, man.
I was going to say, just on it, we better just talk about the games that Feyenoord have got. So we're looking at Benfica away in October, Salzburg at home, at the, how do you say it, John, the home ground?
The Kuip.
The Kuip. So I imagine you'll win that game, I expect. Man City away, I don't think you're going to take much away at that one. Sparta Prague at home in December, and then finishing away at home with Bayern Munich in January and Lille away. So I think you need to do all the damage before Christmas, don't you, for Santi to be one in our teams over Christmas period. We all love Santa Claus at Christmas, don't we?
This is a good thing, though. This upgrade comes early or it doesn't, but we'll know in time.
Yeah, but you can if you keep the card, you can still put him in a good evolution later. I'm 100% sure of that. So don't kind of you put him in an SBC. Just keep him in your club, because the starting point to be a very, very good card after an evolution is very, very good. So
Yeah,
definitely.
No, I think that's a good card. I know I slag John, just that I'm jealous of the fact that they're doing well in the Champions League and we're not even in it. So,
Well, I think if we look at the final draws, though, with starting with Leverkusen, playing City, playing Bayern, it's not exactly the best draw. And I'm like, who we're playing next? You said, Chris?
Benfica, which will be a hard game.
Benfica, and that's Kukcu is there in that team, of course. And I was like, oh, maybe we can get
Arsenal as well.
Arsenal, but maybe we
Yeah.
can get some points. But they beat Atletico Madrid 4-0, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be a hard one as well.
Yeah.
But we need 3 wins. We got 1. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Enough about Feyenoord, though.
Yes. We got Team 2 as well.
Yes, sir.
And of course, there are some very good players, and there's some fodder and well-known ones from earlier years. I don't know. I'm not gonna go through that again. And I've been looking at a few could-be bargains, but of course, that the card I was going to talk about was extinct at 380,000 coins. That's the right back, Malo Gusto, because he looks good, I think, but not. I don't know if I would pay that much for him now. He was lower earlier, and I used the non-inform, really good right back. So I'm a little bit disappointed that he's extinct now and going up in price.
Yeah.
And of course, Van Dijk looks quite.
I mean, yeah.
At 3.7 million, so he might be good.
Just for the one listener who packs him untradeable, who listens to our show, Ingvi, if you packed that card, now you're a Liverpool fan, so it might be slightly different, but if you packed that card, would you sell him, take the coins and build your team, or would you keep him?
For 3.7 millions, I would sell him.
Yeah.
And build a team because the non-inform is more than good enough now, and for a while, I guess. And by the time this has got 2 more upgrades, I'm pretty sure it would have been dropping a little bit in price as well. It's too much to have in one player, I think, in your team. 3.7 millions in a centre back when you probably could spend it better elsewhere. I would sell him, even though I'm a Liverpool fan, though. So,
John, I thought I seen you shaking your head there. Are you agreeing or disagreeing there?
I'd keep him.
Right.
I think the current one, I've got a non-informed in my team. I bought him, just not saying it's backlog, but I bought him from the market. Just best defender in game. If you have a Van Dijk that's also able to upgrade, and looks pretty likely they will get some upgrades as well, right? Why just keep him? There's what will you get the best defender in game in your team? I mean, you're set until, well, maybe even throughout team of the year or team of the season. Because if he gets 2 upgrades in fee, he will be slightly below a team of the season card. So that's worth the money. And even if you sell him at the end of the year, still be worth 2.5 or something. So.
I mean, there is one player that, for me, I'll just jump in here, that I think is the brand one. John, you've just highlighted them there on the screen. I think that's a great looking card. I mean, they had a tremendous result against Celtic, looked a really strong team as well. And I just wonder, at 100,000 coins thing, but if you think that's maybe one that if you've got those sort of cards, you could, it may not go up, but is it one that fits in your team worth doing?
I don't get along with his cards. I never have. So for me, it's not. The stats are really good. So, but I don't know if it's the aggression that kind of makes the card not work the way I play. At least it didn't work last year and the year before. When I tried his cards, he just felt kind of not fitting anywhere or play the way I wanted him to play. So
this card does look.
It looks good. Yeah.
I mean, the aggression at 47, I think, is well worth, as you say, highlighting. But I mean, the rest of the stats in terms of attacking looks really good. I mean, strength is fairly decent at 75, and everything else is, we'd want it to be penalties at 56. Well, that brings down the shooting, but everything else looks fairly high at this stage of the game.
Plus tiki-taka plus as well.
Yeah, but is that much better than ping pass than long passing?
I think so, at midfielders, yeah.
What does it do? Well, what is the huge difference from ping pass, for example?
Well, ping, like I'll just put it on the screen as well, what it actually does. But the tiki-taka is the first time ground passes will be with greater accuracy. So you have a midfielder that's actually able to do the no-scope passing better than any player in the game, or any player that hasn't got it in the game. There aren't many players that have the tiki-taka plus, which I'm also putting on the screen. You got players like Rodi, Xavi, Abili, and Brandt. Those are the players with tiki-taka plus. There's 4. Right? You give him a ball, he doesn't even have to turn around to connect to the attackers. And this is a card that you're not playing in defense. So this is one of those players you put as a CM. You put him as, I think, as a half winger. Yeah, he's basically like you play the Bruyne, you give him the ball, he starts walking around, or he instantly launches the pass to somewhere. And with the ping pass, for example, you have to turn around and have to look at where you're going to pass. So that is slower. I mean, I get the appeal of that as well, but it is slower. And if you look at this card with 88 dribbling and 90 ball control, it is just a matter of you just turn around. 90 vision as well, right? These passes will hit always. This is what I hoped for Modric to be, for example.
But if you compare him to the one I sent to you, Alex Garcia,
which I also use, of course. He doesn't have ping pong. He doesn't have the tiki-taka.
no, but if you look at the stats, he's smaller, of course. But other than that, it's.
I think the difference is that Garcia is one you can put a CDM on holding, and a Brandt you just don't want him to join the attack. You give him the ball and he makes the play. They would work tremendously next to each other, though.
Yeah, that could be, of course. But for
18,000
coins for the SPC, so the Garcia one. So
I mean, Garcia, we said that when it arrived on a separate show as well, is a must-do if you're ever thinking of doing a Bundesliga squad or you're low on your team currently, right?
Yeah.
Because he is tremendous value, is a tremendous good card to use, and he's on par with top power curve at this moment. So there's no reason you shouldn't do it. Besides, he's Spanish, so you can easily link him. But I don't think you can compare a midfielder with a midfielder this year. Definitely not this year, when they have different play styles, they have different roles, just because they are playing in the same league in the same position. I think that's the most. That's why you can't really compare him on in-game stats, for example. He's also got 4-star weak foot versus a 3-star, I think. So
yeah, you can maybe compare him to Guti with this type of player.
Yes, although he doesn't have the tiki-taka plus. I think that's just 4 players that have it, which adds value to this card.
Yeah.
So another card to also could mention, John, I'll let you do it. It's your countrywoman striker for Man City. Looks a good card as well.
Miedema. Yeah.
You know, and if you look at it from a female point of view, we always talk about strength, being 86. She doesn't have good crossing or long passing. Rubbish at defending, but she's a striker ultimately. But that card for 56,000 coins looks pretty decent. A good league. You know, if you've got Man City players in your team, I'm right in saying that, Ingve, the male ones will link to her, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think of that card?
I bought her tonight, straight off.
91 composure as well. 95 jumping, 90 heading accuracy. She's 5'10", so she's quite tall as well.
Yeah.
She can play in many different types of striker roles. She has the chip shot, finesse shot, incisive pass, technical, acrobatic. So,
and she's got one thing not many strikers have as well in this game. She's got a cam alternative position.
Wow,
that's also true. Yeah.
And so, that's why I saw it hit at 7, or depending, but we saw it hit at content time. I was like, one, I packed Reiten this week.
Yeah.
So good fit. But also I was like, you know what? There's not many that have both of these options. But Ingvi, does this upgrade as well?
Yeah, that's the female Champions League card.
Yeah.
So
she'll get upgrades.
Yeah. So Manchester City is quite good as well. So she should get an upgrade or two, I guess. So
Yeah, I mean, if they play Barcelona at home on Wednesday, that's
then we'll know how
good
what
they are.
level they are.
Yeah,
a good
that
start
stage.
to see where you are
They-
at the moment. Or
They have Hammerby and St. Polton. So you know, maybe doing a bit unfair to those other two teams, but you'd imagine Man City, if they've got a player of that quality, Barcelona will be extremely hard to beat. You know, I've seen them play at the weekend. They absolutely, I think it was Girona females who were playing it, absolutely hammered them. The game was over in the first half. But that card does look really good for being, 56,000 there on the screen. So I think that looks a really good card. I think there is some cheap beasts, we could call them, out there.
yeah, if you like the cross and remember from FC24, Lauren Hemp and young Kelly on the right side, that was a lot of fun doing crosses. Chloe Kelly, Lauren Hemp, and then now you have this striker as well to link those three. Easy to get on chem as well, and you could have tons of fun with those players running up in attack. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And then I feel when we think I'm on the really cheap end of things, but the Balogun card for Monaco, looking at him, he looks quite a decent card as well for 22,000 coins.
Yeah, he has some good stats, but if you like to do skills, people will say, "Oh, he's only got 3-star skill moves."
So hard to link, though. I think that's the biggest
Yeah,
issue. Here.
United States in League A, it's not easy to link. That's the only downside, straight off the bat. Of course, 80 passing isn't ideal, even though he's a striker. It's nice to have a little bit more, I think.
I think this price sort of is right for this card, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's probably a fun card. If you have a League A team, I think you can't go wrong with that price.
Yeah, but this is my problem this year. Not many have a League One team.
No, but Jonathan David's out. Right? He's out this week. We said he was a cheap card when his team was. Yep.
Nobody plays him either. There's just not. That's the same thing. It's a pretty good player, but still hard to link with his nationality. I think it's pretty much comparable with Balogun, and I think David is better than this one.
But if you pack Bradley Barcola, I think you would do some adjustments to fit him. Because those cards, his card looks really nice.
Okay.
Looks great. The card is expensive at the moment, but it's very good.
I agree. If there's one player you could pick up here, just you have unlimited coins, Chris, what player would you pick?
Kai Havertz.
If there's one player, Chris, you wanted, and you say, "This is my cheap beast. You got, I don't know, 100,000 to spend. Who are you going to buy?"
You kind of turned me. Well, I swear to say, turn me on to the Dutch lady because that'll go down the wrong way. But I looked at that. See, between her and Brand, I think, John, are the two that I'd be interested in if I had 100,000 coins. And potentially, for the way my team is situated at the moment, I think I would go with the Dutch striker.
Ingvi, if you have unlimited money, who are you going to get out of this team?
Van Dijk, of course.
My shout as well. And if you have around 100,000, who's going to be the player you pick up?
I think I would have to agree with Chris here with Miedema. Because Miedema, sorry. She has every attribute that should make her play really well as a striker, and I don't know if she's that much worse than Sophia Smith if you compare them. So
nope.
That you can't go wrong with that, I think.
I agree. We need to buy more before this podcast actually launches tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
John's trading corner done.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't have a trading show anymore. I just speculate on air and then we go from there.
Hope for the best.
John's got 20 of them in his club at the moment waiting to sell. I'm only kidding. Before you get any more hate, John, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I should just not look at my DMs anytime soon anymore. Oh yes, that happened though. That happened. I think it's time for us to join another topic, don't we, Ingvi?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, probably best, right? I think it's time for us to join into the
Community team of the week.
community team of the week. If you join our Discord server, and why shouldn't you? It is completely free, and all you get sometimes is to see what all the Patreon fans are getting. But hey, the rest is all free. You can just see chat, and there's also something called a community team of the week where you can send in your team. Ingvi picks out the most creative, most fun, or most competitive, or most expensive. Oh hell, what's this team? And we'll highlight the player that subbed it in and show you the team. And Ingvi, which team did you decide on, or whose team should I say, did you decide on to pick this week for community team of the week number 3?
Yeah, I picked Øystein's team. There's a really nice mix of evolution, non-informs, hero, road to the knockouts, and player of the month. So lots of nice colors. There are female players and male players, different leagues, nice hybrid, some really fun cards as well. And of course, it's a bonus when you use the Norwegian legend Aursnes, Feyenoord legend, statue waiting soon. So yeah, can't really go wrong.
If I say I've got 3 Norwegian players in my team, can I win the community team of the week next week? This is the second team where
There's a chance
that
if you
wins
post
Stuttgart
it.
Arsenal.
Yeah, you need to post your team. I don't remember seeing.
I know,
an
but
update,
I was afraid I would win, so I didn't post it.
Okay. I can just mention Sten's team. It is Mainan in goal, right back Aursnes, and then he has Konate and Saliba centre backs. There's an evolution going on Konate. I'm guessing it's the pace one to boost his acceleration / sprint speed. He has an evolution of Mr. Alfonso Davis at left back. He has Kingsley Coman at right midfield. He has an evolution with Renato Sanchez 84 rated next to Farah Williams, the hero card that you got from your pre-order pack. The second center mid and left mid, it's the legend of Manchester City, Lauren Hemp, the queen of crossing, as I call her. She can whip in so many precise crosses still, even though the game is not kind of made for that yet. So I have the non-inform, great card. Up top, he has the player of the month, Thuram, a striker next to road to the knockouts, Diego Jota, that I'm still sad that I didn't get to do. So yeah, I like it. It's a really nice team.
Yeah, very creative. I just can't stand the logo on Magnon this year.
It's a little bit annoying.
Yeah, it's very English.
Same with the snake on Thuram, but okay.
Exactly.
So, but it's I like the dynamic. I like the colors on the Serie A, the bluish thing. So that's nice.
And what did he win?
Well, you're the boss.
You should say all
Fame
the
and
fame
fortune.
of getting on the show. Yeah, exactly.
Fame and fortune.
But keep sending them in. It's also a nice way of cataloging your team throughout the year because you can just have your own form space and just pick it up for yourself. I think that's pretty cool. Chris,
Yes.
I still haven't made a jingle yet, my friend, but I've tried. I can try something,
Okay.
but I don't know if it's gonna work. So we'll see. Okay. All right. It's time for I haven't Jota a clue. I'm trying here, man.
That's no problem, mate. So, congratulations to James, our Formula One co-host and Race and Review. Did I get that right, John? Didn't
Yes, and he
prompt
will
me
be
to-
back on the show shortly with another Newbie Chronicles on FUT IN Review as well.
which is
Nice,
great.
nice.
Yeah, which is great. So he picked it. So we've changed it ever so slightly. So if anyone in our Discord guesses the player quickest, if you are the only person that week, you'll get to pick the new player. But if it's more than one person, we are going to do a draw because I think what happens if you listen live, you've definitely got an advantage over everyone else in the Discord who can't necessarily listen in. But you must be a member of the Discord, which is free, so there's no reason not to join. So if you're listening to this podcast, wherever you are, and it's safe to do so, stop what you're doing at this point, pause me, and join the Discord. It is totally free, and it's absolutely popping in there. There's loads of chat in there. You can join Rush buddies, can't you, John? If you're a member of the Discord, don't have to be a paid-up member of the Patreon. So come and join your Rush buddies in there. Squads, community teams, there's so much going on. It's absolutely great. And we also got our football fantasy on the Premier League as well, going at the moment, which I am 6th, which is very weird. I thought I was doing well. Anyway, he's picked the player today. First week, you cannot ask male or female. That is the rules. John can go first because he guessed the player. So, John, what is your first question? Yes or no?
Does the player in question plays in Europe?
No.
Does the player play in the United States?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Could get it. Could actually get it before the Discord here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the player South American?
No.
Is the player from Europe?
No.
Last
question, John.
Hard.
If it's not from Europe,
Now, I'm going to let people know. John told me he knew the player because he knew who James was going to pick. But I think he's done you here, mate.
I think he might. The funny thing was, he's been teasing me with Ajax players all week.
Oh, right.
So I had a pretty good chance. I thought it would be Proby.
No,
because he kept backing that.
The player's 85 and over. So
it has to be 85 and over, and he plays in the MLS, right?
The United States.
There's been no mention of the sex of the player.
No, he or she plays in the United States.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so do we gamble a player in V, or that's the problem.
It's so difficult when they're not from.
Well, and you can't say. I think the worst here is that you can't really ask if it's a female or a male.
No,
not yet, at least. So it's like kind of. There's so many options as well because.
James, you've done a good one here, my friend. Well done, James.
All right. It's not from South America, is it? Is it Sophia Smith?
It certainly is.
Oh! I can't believe that, Ingrid.
Yeah, I was gonna guess Sophia Smith as well, but I couldn't like kind of.
I'm just gonna give myself this applause.
Yeah.
So that.
Oh, guys, come.
John takes a 2-0 lead. I'm sorry, Discord members, you will not get a chance to guess. I do apologise. So I will pick a player. I am not here next Friday. If I might not get invited back, but I am moving house next week, so I will be unable to join you guys. But I will. Whoever's the host, I will pick a player. But congratulations to James and congratulations to John, who goes 2-0 up. But I'm sure
I could have almost used that. Does the player have a ponytail?
but the funny thing is, she doesn't in her picture.
She doesn't.
No, I know.
That's a good one, though.
Well done, guys.
Well done, John. I'll applaud you.
Thank you. I was honestly a bit lucky. It's just like I need to make a guess. But I said, this is why. So I said he plays in the MLS, and Chris says, I haven't said if he's male or if the player's male. Then I said that's probably his. So I was in doubt: could it be De Oliveira or was it Smith? And I thought it wasn't from South America, so that's why I picked Smith. Anyways,
could have been Oshola as well in theory, but
it could have been Rodman. Yeah, it could have been everyone, but it wasn't.
Yep.
So
John takes the lead there.
2-0-2. I'll pick a player next week in V. And
Chris said he was.
He's not there next week, so
he can still pick a player.
He could.
Well, whoever's on next week that takes my place, we will give that player to them, and they can do Not Jota Clue.
They can duke it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about duking it out, I wish everyone very good luck in this week's league. If you've listened to Thursday's show, which is about all the mental preparation things you can do, I'd like some feedback. I'd like to know if you like these type of shows, if these are interesting enough for you, or you just want to talk gameplay or content, because that's perfectly fine. But that way we can tune the shows more to your liking. Because, well, honestly, we've noticed that on a Tuesday and a Thursday this week, there hasn't been much content. And of course, Tuesday we record the big show. But for Thursday, it leaves us options to get guests in, get special shows, get special topics like we did now. Or maybe if there's no demand for it, I'll just take a night off. Who knows? But just let me know. Just put it in the socials at Food and Review podcast on TikTok and at Food and Review everywhere else. Easiest to do it on Instagram and TikTok, I think, because that's been where we're most active. And of course, check it out on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Foot in Review. We could always appreciate a sub, because if you are unable to join our Patreon, which of course is patreon.com/Foot in Review, which gives you extra shows, more content, more access, etc., and so much more. And you keep the, how do you call it, this engine going, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
If you can't do that, give us a like, a thumbs up, a subscription, tell your friends, anything else. Those things are all free and those things help. And I think a sub is $1 a week.
Yeah,
something?
just $1 a week. And these days you cannot get a cup of coffee for a month for the Patreon. So it's well worth, and we appreciate everybody on that. But if you can help, it is a big boost to us.
100%. Also, one announcement, Chris. We got to end on this one. What's going to be happening in November?
Well,
and when exactly?
So you've sprung that on me, John, so I'm racking my brains. The weekend of November the 9th, we're having a meet up in Edinburgh. That is the Saturday. It's normally a Sunday, but John is going to watch the famous play on Sunday night against his favourite team, Hearts, who do not play in purple. They play in maroon.
Maroon.
Yeah. So if you're ever in Tynecastle, do not mention the word purple. It is a swear word. Yeah, it's on the Saturday in Edinburgh. We'll put more details up there. Open to all Discord members. So again, it's free to join. So please, if you're in Scotland, you're thinking you'd like to come meet the guys, meet John. There may be someone else flying in. We don't know yet. We're trying to organise that with him, another special guest, but it will be in Edinburgh. We are thinking of going to play darts at Flight Club, which is a wonderful place to play darts on the Saturday, and then go for a meal. And it's a great place. Great to meet some friends in real life as well. So November the 9th in Edinburgh. More details in the Discord.
Yes, and of course soon on futinreview.com. Hopefully see you all there. And then means now we officially announce this, I should book my flights.
Well, you sprung it on me, John. So
I know, but it has to be done because else people won't be able to come in time. So hopefully
100%.
to see you there. Chris loves giving out autographs, so no problem there.
Yeah, only charge a $5 for it. Or if you're a Patreon member, it's free. Part of your Patreon membership.
We should have done that, yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back Monday evening with a Food and Review shorts talking about all the content this weekend. Maybe talk about weekend league experiences, but also send in your player reviews, send in your weekend league experiences, send in your feedback, and we can take those things into the show. Send in your questions, etc., etc. It's a community show. We do it for you, and we want to do it with you. And on that note, that leaves us with one thing left for us to do, and that is to
Drop it.
Drop it.
F-U-T-T in the view.
And we're off.